used the hell out of that video.
He did. He roughed me up.
Was that not wise? It was very wise.
No, that's why I give him
Has
credit.
he ever thanked you?
Yeah, he didn't give me the thank you, but he said, you know, if you find this bitch, tell everybody you I'm like, bro, you crazy.
In a newly leaked clip, Ryan Garcia mocks Raleigh Romero by impersonating his combinations ahead of their fight. Seeing how wild Ryan Garcia can get with his trolling, Joe Rogan weighed in with his thoughts. During a conversation with guest Max Holloway, he reflected on how Ryan has even gone as far as betting on his own opponents, demonstrating a bold mindset and strong willpower to back up his belief that he'll win.
Everybody was counting out Ryan Garcia. So many people.
Oh, did you see how much he bet on himself?
$2 million. He
Well,
won
how
$2 million.
can we do that on ourselves?
What did he
hell?
win? How much did he win?
12 million.
So he bet $2 million to win 12
To win
million.
12 million.
Oh
and
my
he paid
God.
and he paid $2.1 million in fees.
Sharing his thoughts on the upcoming fight, Joe Rogan said he's eager to see Ryan Garcia unleash the same wild energy he showed against Devin Haney and Gervonta Davis. He praised Ryan's fast-paced, explosive fighting style, calling it exceptional, and warned that Ryan could be a serious problem for Raleigh Romero.
Because I would love to see Ryan Garcia, the one that we saw fully hydrated against Devin Haney, against Gervonta.
He's a problem. He's going to be a problem
for
bro.
everybody.
He's going to be a problem, bro.
Speed is bananas.
Yeah.
You ever see him shadow box, like throw
Oh,
combinations?
yeah,
there? It's
bro.
like,
Oh, yeah.
is this sped up?
Oh,
How
yeah.
are you so fast?
Yeah.
Meanwhile, in a recent podcast appearance, Raleigh Romero shared his thoughts on facing Ryan Garcia. He boldly claimed to be the most confident fighter in the world. When asked about his strategy to beat Ryan, Raleigh didn't hold back, delivering one of his signature wild and humorous statements.
Oh, I mean, you sure? I'm the most confident fighter in the damn world. I'm gonna always, you know.
What's it take to beat him?
Got to crack him just, you know, right there.
In response, Ryan Garcia didn't hold back in sharing his reaction to Raleigh's wild strategy claims. Despite the antics, Ryan acknowledged that Raleigh is a tough fighter with real punching power. With that in mind, he emphasized that he's staying focused and aiming to be sharper than ever this time around.
You heard he already gave you a strategy.
Strategy's crazy, you know. I mean, he's a strong fighter. He's you know, he has power in his hands, so I got to be sharp the whole way through. And you know, can't take nobody lightly.
Reflecting on his approach to the fight, Ryan Garcia made it clear that he's not taking Raleigh Romero lightly. He noted that after watching Raleigh's last bout against Gervonta Davis, he saw a slightly different version of him. Still, Ryan emphasized that no matter what Raleigh brings to the table, he has a lot to prove first.
I don't. I think that his fights after Tank, I kind of see, you know, he doesn't seem the same to me like I told him in the face-off, but he's going to have to prove me different, and we'll see.
Raleigh Romero didn't hold back in sharing his final thoughts either, confidently stating that he's been waiting a long time to face Ryan Garcia. Expressing his excitement, he called the fight long overdue and hinted that he feels destined to beat Ryan.
Yeah, long overdue, but I'm happy it's finally happening. And over here in Times Square, New York, on the biggest fight this year for sure.
Raleigh went on to claim this as the biggest fight of the year, as well as in this division. Taking a sharp jab at Raleigh Romero, Ryan Garcia emphasized that Raleigh is nothing more than a side business for him, with his main focus locked on fighting Devin Haney. He boldly stated that he plans to beat Raleigh so decisively that Raleigh will have no choice but to retire and never step into the ring again.
I plan to retire Rolly after this fight. I plan that he never steps in the ring again. I put him to sleep, and then we go after Devin Haney. That's what I plan to do.
Moving on with newly leaked footage making the rounds, Ryan Garcia took his trolling up a notch by mocking Raleigh Romero's punching style. In a quick, humorous video, Ryan impersonated Raleigh, hitting the bag, exaggerating his technique for laughs, further fueling the roasting rivalry between the two. On the other hand, Raleigh Romero hasn't stayed quiet about Ryan Garcia mocking his style. He fired back, claiming that Ryan didn't even earn his stripes in his last fight against Devin and barely showed up against Gervonta Tank Davis. According to Raleigh, Ryan isn't truly chasing titles. He's just playing the role of a model.
Well, he didn't make weight for his last 4 title fights, and he didn't even try to make weight with Tank, so yeah, you're not chasing a belt. But we'll see. May 2nd.
Raleigh didn't stop there. He took an even more sarcastic jab at Ryan Garcia. He claimed that Ryan's main motive has always been chasing the spotlight for his looks, not his skills. According to Raleigh, Ryan acts like he's cute, while he himself doesn't rely on image or appearances. He went on to say that Ryan lacks the kind of masculine presence and energy that he naturally brings to the ring.
Say something nice about Ryan Garcia.
He's very good looking. Not like these other ugly motherfuckers.
Well, not you.
I'm not like trying to be cute. That's the difference, you know? His whole image is like he wants to be cute. I'm extremely good looking, but like I still got that masculine, you know? He wants to be a bad.
Meanwhile, Ryan Garcia appeared on an episode with Akin Ak Rays, where he addressed how Raleigh Romero has been riding the wave of fame off his name. Reflecting on an old sparring video that went viral years ago, Ryan claimed that Raleigh has been cashing in on that moment ever since, yet never acknowledges it when taking shots at him.
But
It's safe to say that you probably are the reason why Rolly has made the money he's made and has fought the fighters that he's fought and had that title.
and I think that's why he got his respect for me. You see, he ain't talking crazy.
Yeah. No, I mean,
he talk crazy.
That was new. I mean, his claim to fame,
new.
his claim to fame was that sparring video. Let's be honest.
Right.
And I don't know if you were 16, 17.
Agreeing with Rays, Ryan went on to assert that Raleigh has made a lot of money off that sparring video. He pointed out how Raleigh acted wisely by capitalizing on it, yet never took a second to thank him for helping him reach his prime through that moment. Now, seeing Raleigh take jabs at him, Ryan finds it even crazier.
Yeah, 17.
17, right?
Buck 30,
So
buck 25.
he used the hell out of that video.
He did. He roughed me up.
Was that not wise? It was very
Yeah,
wise.
no, that's why I give him
Has he ever
credit.
thanked you?
Yeah, he didn't give me the thank you, but he said, you know, if you fuck the finest bitch, you're gonna tell everybody you fucked the. I'm like, bro, you crazy.
Highlighting his pivotal role in establishing Raleigh's career, Ryan reflected on that sparring session in the Mayweather gym. Now, with Raleigh not even acknowledging it, Ryan feels unbothered, emphasizing that the experience taught him how people can take advantage of him, and how, regardless of the initial mental toll it took, ultimately, this made him a better person.
But at the end of the day, you know, he used it to his advantage. I'm not mad at him, but you know, I always wanted to put a stake into it and say, like, you know, he had a little okay sparring match, you know, roughed me up. It actually taught me a lot, you know, because I was sparking everybody out everywhere I went.
In sparring.
Everybody, and that in the Mayweather gym. That's why it was even hyped that day for it. So it taught me a lot on what people are gonna try to do to me in the ring.
Right.
And I'm like, okay, I see what they're gonna try to do.
That made you better.
Meanwhile, Raleigh Romero has been openly vocal about that sparring video, claiming that he was the one who gave Ryan a tough time. He accused Ryan of acting like a little crybaby, and while Ryan talks about beating him, Raleigh insisted it was actually Ryan who ran from him like a chicken.
I seen the sparring session. You got on him.
He a fine little crybaby.
Huh?
Fine little crybaby bitch.
Okay, so what is that like? What is that symbol? Did he say something to you?
Jealousy.
Yeah. Jealousy. He said he beat my ass.
Okay, so he said he beat your ass. We seen the tape that.
And it's obviously I beat the fuck.
So now you want to fight him?
And he ran like a chicken.
No. I feel you. All right.
Raleigh Romero recently took another jab at Ryan Garcia, questioning his focus and dedication. He claimed that Ryan doesn't really know who he's up against or what he's fighting for, suggesting that Ryan is more caught up in the spotlight than the actual challenge. Raleigh used this to cast doubt on Ryan's mindset, implying that a lack of focus could be his downfall in their upcoming clash.
As far as Ryan Garcia, I mean, I'm fighting a much more exciting fighter right now. Why do we even care what the hell he has to say? Going through stuff, he doesn't even know who the hell who's with him and against him. So like, I mean that's on him. You know, like I said, we got a massive fight that we're gonna do right here March 30th. He's still butthurt that I didn't fight him and I decided to give Pitbull over here the opportunity to fight. And he can go off.
Moving on, Oscar De La Hoya recently weighed in on the growing trash talk between Raleigh Romero and Ryan Garcia, questioning Raleigh's motives. According to De La Hoya, Raleigh's constant jabs are likely a sign of deeper psychological issues, possibly stemming from insecurity. He pointed out that despite all the noise, Ryan isn't showing any concern and is staying focused on the task at hand.
I went up to the ring, and sure enough, boom, boom, boom. That's what happens. It's psychological. So I hope, and I'm sure Ryan is in tip-top shape.
Yeah.
He just has to be mentally focused on what Rolly's is doing, and that's exactly what he's doing. He doesn't want to piss off Ryan, so he won't train harder, so he won't have to, exert himself and stay another hour in the gym, run another mile.
Meanwhile, Showbiz the Adult candidly discusses the challenges Raleigh faces in his upcoming bout against Ryan Garcia. He acknowledges the formidable skills and speed that Garcia brings to the ring, emphasizing the difficulty of overcoming such an opponent. Emphasizing that Ryan is even more focused, Showbiz noted the size difference, highlighting it can be a significant obstacle Raleigh must navigate to secure a victory.
You think Rolly can beat Ryan? Can? Yeah, of course. Everybody got a puncher's chance. I just think that Ryan Garcia right now seems to be focused and solid. Who's the puncher in that fight? Ryan, believe it or not. And I saw both of them in the same room, staring each other down. Ryan is so much bigger than Rolly. Let me give you some insight. When Rolly left, Ryan was still there. And I heard him say to his father, I think, he said, he's not big anymore, right? Like, I'm bigger than him. And they said, yeah, you are. It was obvious Ryan was bigger. But he looked and was like, because it's almost like he hasn't sized himself up against him since they were kids sparring, where Rolly was bigger than him then. So when they stood up against each other, Ryan was like, wait, he doesn't seem that big. And they were like, no, you're bigger than him. Ryan was obviously bigger.
Reflecting on his renewed mindset, Ryan Garcia shared that he's more focused than ever heading into this fight. He highlighted how he's evolved into a more disciplined and grounded version of himself. By cutting off distractions like social media and distancing himself from drama and online beefs, Ryan says he's locked in, fully confident that he's ready to deliver a powerful, statement-making performance against Raleigh Romero.
I think more so just taking a break from everything. I took a break from social media a lot, just not really posting too much, not really getting involved in that. You could kind of get lost in trying to be entertaining on the gram and trying to get clicks and trying to get reactions. So I think just taking a step back from that, getting back into reality, hanging out with my family, you kind of get a sense of reality back into your system and understand not everything is on the internet.
Ryan Garcia also took a moment to reflect on his 1-year break from the boxing scene. He admitted that he was going through a lot mentally and emotionally after the Devin Haney fight, but used that time to regroup and work on himself. Finding new motivation, Ryan said he learned to stand on his own. Now he insists that nothing phases him anymore. His full focus is on beating whoever's in front of him, whether it's Raleigh or Devin.
From what I feel was an injustice, which I never really got the chance to defend. And even if I did, it's just once that happened, it's like, what can you really say? It's just baffles me every time I think about it. But again, just fighting that mentally, like that was supposed to be like the victory. I'm like, yes, let's go. I always knew I could beat these guys, but it is what it is. I think here I'm just looking to get back into it. A year off is a year off at the end of the day. And consistency is key. So I'm here to be the best boxer I can be, coming off the year off and shaking off the ring rust and being sharp, having my eyes there, understanding the situation so I could be prepared well going into the Devin Haney fight. But I don't expect this to be easy.
However, firing back at Ryan, Raleigh questioned why it's taken so long for Garcia to evolve into a better fighter. He didn't hold back, criticizing Ryan by saying that, in his eyes, Garcia isn't a true champion. According to Raleigh, every major opportunity Ryan has had ended in disappointment. Doubling down on his bold persona, Raleigh vowed to deliver a brutal beating and expose Garcia once again in the ring.
Damn, it took him that long to evolve somewhat? I'm very impressed. He still hasn't been champion though.
Fair enough.
And the only times that he's ever had the opportunity to be champion was with Gervonta, but instead of trying to sacrifice the extra pound and trying to make 135, he decided not to. And then with Devin, who we clearly know he didn't even try to. He doesn't want to be champion. He wants to be a model.
Unfazed by Raleigh's comments, Ryan Garcia has been seen relentlessly sharpening his punches, dialing in his speed and power with precision. Focused and determined, Ryan is making it clear that he's leaving no stone unturned in preparation for Raleigh Romero. Every session shows his intent, not just to win, but to deliver a tremendous beating and make a statement in the ring. the same time, Ryan Garcia is honing his left hook power ahead of his fight with Raleigh Romero. He's doubling down on his signature weapon, ensuring that when he steps into the ring against Raleigh, he'll be fully prepared, leaving nothing to chance. Garcia is focused on delivering a devastating performance, aiming to give Raleigh a tremendous beating with his lightning fast left hook. With laser-sharp focus on delivering another standout performance, Ryan Garcia has made it clear that his experience and skill set far surpass those of Raleigh Romero. While he acknowledges Raleigh's confidence and even appreciates it, Ryan remains unfazed. He's not worried in the slightest and firmly believes that when the dust settles, it will be him scoring the knockout and walking away victorious.
I think just my experience and my overall abilities are just much better than his. I think he's going to come hard to fight because he's in a great opportunity, and he's confident against me. So I think we're going to see a good fight, but ultimately I'm going to knock him out.
And that's a wrap on today's breakdown. Ryan Garcia's impersonation of Raleigh Romero might have gotten some laughs, but come fight night, it won't be jokes in that ring. It'll be jabs, hooks, and real heat. Ryan's staying locked in, sharpening that left hook, while Raleigh's talking loud and promising a beatdown. Will the impersonation age well, or will Ryan make him eat those words? Let us know what you think in the comments. Smash that like button if you're ready for fireworks, and make sure to subscribe so you don't miss a second of the action.